Yo, 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 yo. What up, people? Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I am your host. I go by the name of Mike Gross, man. Big ups to that 501 and that 317, man. We are back. We are back with some more boxing talk and some good old H2O. Andy Ruiz has made a choice in the trainer he's going to use. Also, we have Tony Harrison and Erickson Lubin. Lubin saying that Tony Harrison got to come see him. And you know we cannot talk Andy Ruiz without talking Dillian Whyte. So without further ado, y'all know what it is. Y'all know how I do. Yo, Mike, drop that beat on him. Yo, 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 what's going on, Charles, man? Hopefully everything going good with you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Like I done made you a boxing fan, huh? I done made you a boxing fan, huh? You done hopped in my motherfucking chat. Nah, it's all love, though, bro. I appreciate all the support. And, man, just sit back, buckle in, and let's go, man. First thing first, man, I got a little some things that I want to announce before we get into the topics. What up, Zeno Gray? Tonight I will be on the Fighters Share. Those guys reached out to me the other day and asked me to come on their podcast, so I will be on their podcast tonight. Let me get y'all a screen share right quick. I will be on there at what time I'm going on? In about an hour and a half. So I'm gonna do this show. I'm gonna be on the Fight Share tonight. I don't know how to listen to it and none of that shit, but it's like I don't know what it is. Be honest with you, I'm I'm gonna talk to these guys, man, and see what they do, man. MMA, kickboxing, judo, boxing, jiu-jitsu. So those guys are fight people. All right. So I'll be on there tonight, man. We'll be talking boxing. So check me out, man, and big ups to those guys, the Fighters Share. I appreciate you guys having me on. Know what I'm saying? Yo, you did. I'm a huge Wilder fan because of you. Hey, man, everybody love Wilder, man. I'm telling you one thing about Wilder though that you probably wouldn't realize. He is the most polarizing figure in the sport of boxing today. What's going on, Mr. Special Feature? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm glad I can make somebody, you know what I'm saying, a fan of Wilder, man. I feel like I did my job. But today, also, man, you catch me later on tonight. I'll be on that Madden again. I'll probably get on that Madden about 12 a.m. So we'll be live streaming that. Also, man, if you guys see me on Madden the other day, man, dude, man, last night was tough, man. Dude came through, Javier came through, and he just showed me, like, bruh, it's levels to this shit, Mike. You ain't there yet. Even though we had a close first half, second half, he cut loose on me. You know what I'm saying? So I got some things to do. I gotta go back to my playbook, add some plays. You know what I'm saying? I really gotta find me the best playbook I can use. I've been seeing a lot of different playbooks online. Seen a lot of different guys using like the West Coast offense or the Saints offense. So I'm taking notes and learning from the Madden EA Sports Championship and also a couple online gamers. So what's going on, Andre Diakonu? Mr. Special Feature, what's going on? What do you think about Mike Tyson fighting exhibition fights? Mr. Special Feature, if you go on my YouTube page, I have a community tab. And under that community tab, I have a mailbox post. I answer all questions from the people on Friday. So if you want to ask me a question, just go up and leave that question on that post. It costs you nothing. and just let me get a little more interactive with you guys. So if you got any questions for Mike, matter of fact, let me show y'all right quick. Let me show y'all because I don't want to just be talking. You feel me? I don't want to just be talking. Got a community post, man. Hopefully, you guys can go leave me a question. Like, man, it don't gotta be about boxing. It can be about anything you want to ask me. Boxing, basketball, football, movies, entertainment, music, anything you want to ask me, man. You just go right here to my community post as you see. Scroll down, keep scrolling, keep on scrolling. Right there, bam. Leave me some questions, any topic, any sport, movies, TV shows, ladies, food, whatever you want to ask me about, man, ask me. I got 3 questions so far. Hopefully, we'll get up to about 25 to 30 questions. So if you got any questions you want to ask me, man, please just leave it right there. Let me see. Andre Diacono, what's up? Just signed my daughter's lease at Purdue, coming to Indiana. Hey, man, blessing, man. I know a lot of turmoil is going on with Purdue after those guys filed bankruptcy after they got that judgment against them. But all in all, man, it's still a good school. They have a good environment on campus, and I really, you know what I'm saying, appreciate what it was able to like do for me, you know what I'm saying, and like open up certain doors. But without further ado, man, let's go ahead and hop into it. Let's go. First thing, man, that's some good ass water right there, man. God damn. Where that water come from? The Himalayas? Shit, that water's good. But let's go, baby. Y'all know what it is. Andy Ruiz has made news today. And as I thought he would, you know, I was thinking, you know what I'm saying, and I had posed this question a long time ago, you know what I'm saying. I wasn't thinking that Teddy Atlas was going to be a good fit for Andy Ruiz, you know what I'm saying? But he decides to go with the highly touted former trainer of the year, former trainer of one of the best pound-for-pound boxers in the sport, Eddy Reynoso. And let me figure out what the fuck this shit right here means first, you know what I'm saying? I want to bend the vetoes. But what that mean? Welcome. Okay. Hold on. I'm learning some Spanish now. Oh. What that mean, man? Search for English. What that mean? Spanish translator. Let me see. What you mean? Welcome to basketball team. Oh, welcome to the team. Okay, so Benevitos El Equipo means welcome to the team, Andy. Hey, I'm learning that Spanish, baby. I got me a little degree right there, boy, real quick. What's going on, H Money? I played H Money last night to it in that Madden. If you want to see me and H Money play, go check out my last night Madden stream. If you want to see Javi kick my ass last night, go out and check my Madden stream. Javi, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Javi pretty fucking good, man. It drives me nuts that Javi's so good. Grim Reaper says, smart move. Go hang out with Canelo. Absolutely. I actually agree with you on that, man. I think it was a smart move by Andy Ruiz going with the Team Canelo, because one thing that it does do, absolutely. Michael Benson, you know what I'm saying? This is coming from Michael Benson. Andy Ruiz Jr. has selected Eddy Reynoso as his new trainer. Reynoso has announced today Ruiz stablemates with Alvarez, Oscar Valdez, Julio Cesar Martinez. That's my dude right there, boy. I love Julio Cesar Martinez, man. He's a 112 or 115 fighter, but he pop a lot. He got a lot of punching power. And Ryan Garcia. Now, being in that kind of stable, being in what's going on, Easy Baby 1988, what's going on, Pharrell Montana? What do you think about Canelo ducking the top dogs? Pharrell Montana, like I just told my guy, if you have any questions you want to ask me, I answer all questions from the fans every Friday. every Friday. Go to my YouTube page. Go under my community tab and go to the post that has a mailbox on it and just leave me a question, man. It costs you nothing extra, but I truly do appreciate you guys leaving me a question, and it makes for a good show on Friday. So if you would just go ahead and leave me a question, man. But in short, man, look, man, we all know what fights we want. We want Charlo. We want Andre. We want Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Until that day happen, it's pretty much what goes on in boxing today, man. When you're the A side, man, and you dictate the money and you generate the most money, you kind of do what the fuck you want to do. It's point blank, period. Let's see. But one thing I have to say about Andy signing with, not signing, but choosing Eddy Reynoso as a trainer. Now, look, man, it's not like, you know what I'm saying, Andy has had Freddie Roach, Manny Robles. Now he's going to Eddy Reynoso. Hopefully this will be his last stop. But at the end of the day, man, this is good for Andy. Because with guys like Canelo, guys like Ryan Garcia, who are going to hold themselves accountable, you can't be Andy Ruiz and walking in there and saying I didn't train, I was out of shape, all I was doing was partying, all I was doing was eating. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that anymore. All those excuses go by the wayside now, because you have a guy like Canelo in your camp who's going to hold you accountable. If Canelo's not doing that bullshit, you can't come in doing that bullshit. Straight up. This is no longer you being the top dog in your camp no more, because you're not the top dog in this camp no more. Canelo is a top dog in this camp. Ryan Garcia possibly even has a bigger name than you do at this moment. And you wonder if those guys are doing the necessary things that they need to do to make sure they are in the best condition when they go into fights. I have to do the same thing. I have to do the exact same thing. I cannot cut any corners. I cannot call in like, hey, Reynoso, baby, I'm tired, man. I don't feel like coming in. I can't come in today, dog. I ate too much last night. My stomach hurt. I'm not trying to come in. Reynoso ain't having that shit. Now, I don't know Team Reynoso and Team Canelo personally, but I just know from the outside looking in, the way they conduct their training camps, they ain't having that shit, man. And I believe it won't be like the best thing about Reynoso and Andy is, unlike, I'm not saying Manny Robles is broke by any means or anything like that, but he had a incentive to kind of let Andy do his own thing, to let Andy dictate what was going to be going on in camp, because Andy was paying him a nice, large sum of money. But when it comes to Reynoso, somebody who been getting those Canelo trainer checks, who just now started getting some Oscar Valdez money, he who getting some Ryan Garcia money, he don't necessarily need Andy Ruiz to survive, to be his cash cow. He know where his baby brother at. He know where his baby brother at. He know where his bread is buttered at. And that's what Canelo. So he's going to hold Andy to a higher standard. He's not going to be one of those guys that let Andy do what the fuck he want to do. I got a rematch clause. What's going on, Easy? What's going on, Smart Money? Smart Money in the building. What's good, homie? So when two teams are coming together and there is no like I desperately need you, so I'm going to do whatever you say, Reynoso's not going to be that. He's going to make sure that Andy Ruiz is focused, is committed, is 110% all in. Because if he's not, If he's not, I don't believe that Andy's gonna be around Team Canelo for that long. For that long. But all in all, man, I think it's a good job for Andy Ruiz. I did not like the Teddy Atlas angle. Scat Ranks. They're gonna show Andy how to use that clenbuterol. Look, bruh, I don't know nothing about no clenbuterol. No, I just know that the levels for clenbuterol have been increased. You know what I'm saying? Just like over in the UK, nasal spray is legal for you to lose a little bit of that weight and increase that cardio. So those guys got the little clenbuterol down there, beef, and he is under the clenbuterol Vita allowance. Then I mean, what can I say? What can I say? They are inside the framework of the rules. Even though I don't like the rules, I don't make the rules. So I don't like them. But at the end of the day, this is boxing. This is boxing, man. Different things happen in boxing that benefit different people. Simple as that. Let me see. Troy Graham, what's going on? I will believe it when I see it. Peace to what's going on, Chase Athletics, giving a quick rundown, a roll count. What's going on, the fans corner? Boxing, baby. You already know what it is, man. I do boxing every day. I do Madden every day, man. I'm coming back. I want to do a weekly NFL show. So I was thinking about every Tuesday or every Wednesday night, about 7, 8 o'clock, do a NFL show just to stay up on the NFL lingo, and then come back every Thursday night with an NBA show. So I'm thinking every week I'm gonna have a NFL show on Wednesday, and I'm gonna do a NBA show every Thursday. And you can find me every night around 11:30, 12 o'clock playing Madden. So that's gonna be a nightly theme. Boxing is gonna be a daily theme. And I'm coming out with another rugby video too. I got the video already locked and loaded. Just gotta watch it and do a reaction to it so you guys can support that, man. It's called Mike on Sports for a reason. We ain't just one dimensional. You know what I'm saying? We got many facets. You know what I'm saying to this channel. You know what I'm saying? So you guys just sit back and enjoy. And for the most part, I just want to give you guys an inside look at my world. Inside look at how I do things, you know what I'm saying? How I get down, how I motherfucking play the games and play different things, you know what I'm saying? And just my personality, you know what I'm saying, as a whole, you know what I'm saying? I know you guys know my boxing personality, but you guys got to know my NBA personality, my NFL personality, my rugby, my gaming. But with that being said, what's going on, Chase? Absolutely, we're going to come back with the betting show. That's not even a thought. The betting show will be back on as soon as we have live events, live sportings. We will be coming back with the betting show, and the betting show is going to be they call me Mystic Mike, baby. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Mystic Mike, but they call me Mystic Mike. I kind of got a little thing. I call what I see really good. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and move on. What we got up next, man? And now look, for the past month, we can't talk Andy Ruiz without talking who? Y'all know, man. Y'all know this like I know it, man. We cannot talk Andy Ruiz without talking about Dillian Whyte. Man, the saga continues, right? Dillian Whyte says that Andy Ruiz has a good chance of being the next Buster Douglas. I mean, Dillian Whyte don't pull no punches, do he? That man don't pull no punches, bro. He been coming at Andy head for a long time now. It all started with an offer for those guys to fight. Never happened. But and Dillian Whyte on Andy Ruiz, man. Let me get the pictures for you guys so we can get that right there. Bam. Y'all know what it is. I mean, I think this is brewing for a fight that we all want to see. This is coming down for a fight that we all love to see. Hey, I'm loving the Last Dance documentary too. Check out my reaction videos. I done reacted to every episode. I've already seen episode 7 and 8, but I'm gonna watch it again Sunday night. Anyway, get my notes together when I watch it. And yeah, man, we just gonna keep on rocking out like that. Troy Graham, you have the freedom now to be you. So brand out and build your success. I appreciate that, Troy. You know what I'm saying? Put that on the screen. Absolutely, big dog. That's what I'm trying to do, man. Make Mike on Sports a brand. Not only a sports brand, but just like a lifestyle kind of brand, man. This is what we do. Like YouTube is what it's meant for. YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Broadcast you and what you like doing. And if you do what you like doing, man, trust me, people are gonna come and people are gonna grow, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people in this world have similar interests. Skinny Kenny says, Ward is beyond boxing. Plus, with the zone, it's not a pay-per-view. You get a set amount, and it's not Canelo gets. He would get like 10 or 12 million max. I mean, I don't know. I seen Triple G get 15 million in the last fight. He ain't fought Canelo yet. Ruiz should give White the smoke and get it over with. Hey, man, I think it is. I think it is, man. I think it's about time those guys handle up. The fans' corner said 100. Truth, Andy is irrelevant until he wins another significant fight. His next fight has to be some. Look, man, I wouldn't say that Andy's irrelevant, but I do agree like he needs another big time win to keep his name in that atmosphere. But I do think with his fan base and the amount of money that I guess that they feel like he can bring in because they offered the Dillian Whyte fight over in America, I feel like Andy is still a viable commodity in the heavyweight division. But with that being said, though, let's get out to this article, man, and see what Dillian Whyte had to say about Andy Ruiz, the Destroyer. Dillian Whyte, man, I'm telling you guys, man, Dillian Whyte always seems to give you some kind of excitement, man. Like, look, man, I love shit talking. That's one of my favorite things. I love the animosity. I love the beef. I love the back and forth shit. I love it. I can't get enough of it. And Dillian Whyte always delivers shit talking. Sometimes I don't like it because it's about Deontay Wilder. But I respect it because he's consistently talking shit no matter if it's AJ, no matter if it was Brazil back in the day, no matter if it was Andy Ruiz, no matter if it's Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Joseph Parker, the guy does not hold his tongue. And you got to respect that, man. And in the sport of boxing where the sport is brutal, you know what I'm saying? You got to respect the guy who is willing to put his nose into a lot of shit. No pun. I mean, and I don't mean that in like a derogatory way, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like a analogy. Put his nose in a lot of shit. The only fight that we really got questions about that if he wanted or not was the Luis Ortiz fight. But other than that, Dillian Whyte, man, Dillian Whyte is that, man, man. Question for you, Mike. Would you be willing to do a debate with me between me, Fred from Barbershop Talk, and H Money on your show? I don't know if Fred is gonna be willing to come on. I think Fred is he got his channel way bigger than mine, you know what I'm saying, right now, currently, you know what I'm saying, but that all could change, you know what I'm saying, in a year or two's time. But if you guys want to debate and you guys want to set it up, we can set it up. I'll be the mediator. It's nothing. Skinny Kenny says, I really like Eddy Reynoso. Another show had Keller's plant trainer on, and he was Andy's original trainer. He said Andy's actually a mean, lazy dude. It might not conform. He has no choice. He has no choice. All that not conforming and being the man in your camp, that's over with. If you see Canelo working hard, you have no other choice but to work hard, or your ass would not be in that camp for that long. You have no other choice. So that Andy has to go, has to be out. Dark Nitro says, and goes 12 rounds with a journeyman. I mean, look, that same journeyman, Marius Watt he give a lot of guys tough fights. Go back and look at his resume. He don't get knocked out too often. He don't get stopped too often. Marius Watt is a solid journeyman. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna give guys a tough fight. But Dillian Whyte, let's go to the story. Whyte, the title says Whyte, Andy Ruiz might be another Buster Douglas. Shine once and that's it. The article is coming from Keith Iddick, and these quotes are coming from a Sky Sports interview with Adam Smith and promoter Eddie Hearn that debuted on Matchroom Boxing YouTube channel Wednesday. Whether Whyte gets the fight, let me start from top. Dillian Whyte was flabbergasted when Andy Ruiz turned down $5 million offer to fight Whyte in the United States. Now, look, it was reported that it was $4 million, and Dillian Whyte sent an email and asked Andy if it needed to be $5 million to get the job done. But the initial offer was $4 million. But Team Andy, I don't believe, came back and negotiated with Whyte or Eddie Hearn. Whether Whyte gets to fight Ruiz at some point, or the former heavyweight champion pursues other opponents, the brash British contender suspects Ruiz's career will mirror that of Best Merch, man who pulled off the biggest upset in boxing history. Whyte compared Ruiz to James Buster Douglas during a three-way interview with Sky Sports and Adam Smith and Eddie Hearn. He's still a big draw in the heavyweight division, but I think Andy Ruiz might be another Buster Douglas, Whyte said. Shine once, and that's it. Because of the lifestyle that he's enjoyed. Dude is always taking shots, man. He said he might be a motherfucking victim of the lifestyle that he enjoys. All right, man. Let's be honest. We offer Ruiz $5 million to fight me in America, in his hometown. Whyte said, if he's turning down that kind of money to fight me, and these guys all say I'm garbage, he beat Joshua, he should take a fight with me for $5 million easy. I think that's what he got paid for fight Joshua the first time for the world titles. You just lost and you getting paid a lot of money to fight in America, I said. I'll come to America and fight. If you don't want to take it, then these guys, they say a lot of things about me. When it comes down to it, they know I'm real. Old school dog. I will come to fight, and I don't play no games. Oh, I like that right there, man. I like that right there, man. Look, man, I gotta say, man, if Andy really, wants to get another big win under his resume and make some good money doing it, I think this fight is the fight for him. I understand that Andy may want to come back and get a quick tune-up fight, get something in, and knock the rust off. But outside of that, man, where you gonna go? Do we really want to see a Adam Koronaki fight after we seen Adam lose to my guy name from the Viking, the Minnesota Viking, Hellenius? And we don't want to see that. Do we want to see Andy versus Luis Ortiz? Maybe. That's a good fight. But with all the back and forth, with all the seem to have this animosity between each other, and with the coronavirus impacting a lot of events, so promoters need big events. They need big money. Can Al Heyman really afford to give Andy a tune-up fight and pay him that kind of money? Is Andy gonna draw that back in with viewership? Because we know fans cannot be in the arena. So it's a lot of questions that need to be asked, man. I agree, Mr. Special Feature. Nobody should have to make you train hard if you're a professional athlete, but same time, man, when you then dedicated your whole life to something, and then you start making real money, you start making big boy money. Sometimes, man, people like to have a break. They've been working 20 plus years of their life on one craft. And sometimes, man, you need a break. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's what the case was with Andy. I just think Andy got a lot of fame, a lot of money very, very quick. Very quick. He started hanging out with Jake Paul, Logan Paul, started doing music videos, started being a Fashion Nova partner. So I just think that he got a lot of money real quick, and he really didn't necessarily know how to handle it. But at the end of the day, man, a fight between Dillian Whyte and Andy Ruiz is a fight that I am intrigued by. I am very intrigued by it, and hopefully we can get that damn fight done. What we got up next, Mike? Let me see. We got, oh man, Erickson Lubin wants Tony Harrison, and I thought I seen he put a Tony Harrison like on a 24-hour notice or something like that. Now, first thing first, man. Look, before I get into the story and start talking my shit and start, you know what I'm saying, getting deep into it, we got to understand that Tony Harrison lost his father. You know what I'm saying, and maybe boxing right now is the last thing on Tony Harrison's mind. And I understand that Lubin's hungry. He wants to get his kid back. He wants to build that resume back up. You know what I'm saying? Since he lost to Jermell Charlo, but I just hope that, you know what I'm saying, as I read the story, it's a little bit more respectful, because we gotta be compassionate about the situation that Tony Harrison is going through. And I just want to say that I wish Tony Harrison and his family just blessings on top of blessings, and may his father rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? And those guys celebrate him, because it got to be tough. You know what I'm saying? Going through this time and losing your pops to this coronavirus. So, with that being said, Lubin, hopefully he is a little bit respectful in this article. But it's boxing. Let's go and get into it. What's going on, Ronald Finkley? What's going on, Eric 415? What's going on, Smart Money? What's going on, everybody out there in the chat? Let me see. Do I get it? Everybody, let me see. Yes, sir. H and N, and what's going on? Make sure I get everybody in the chat, man. Salute. Absolutely, Troy. I agree. I agree, Troy. I totally agree. I don't know if boxing is on the forefront for Tony Harrison at this moment. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Tony Harrison, Erickson Lubin. Now look, first thing first, it's an intriguing fight. The fight, that potential matchup, because look, one thing about Tony Harrison, he is a master boxer. One thing that cannot be taken away from Tony Harrison is the way that he's able to put combinations together, and his just boxing skills are very, very, very good. The only thing that we worry about Tony Harrison when it comes to fighting, if he has the tank to get him over the hump. We've seen him in the Jerry Hurd fight, yeah, the Willie Nelson fight, yeah, Jermell Charlo fight. Those three fights have something similar. They all have something similar in those fights. He ran out of gas towards the end. And that's the only problem that I see with Tony Harrison. What's going on, Jay Hardcore? Man, y'all go follow Hardcore Boxing News on Instagram, man. He put up a lot of posts, man, a lot of different things. So if you guys want to stay in the loop, to stay in the know, go follow Hardcore Boxing News on IG. You already know what it is with me, champ, man. I'm just talking a little boxing, man, having fun. Let's get to this article, though. Let's talk about the article, man. Let me take this thing off the screen, get to the article. There we go. Let me change the background right quick, man. I'm tired of this white background. Let me go to that. Go to that king shit right quick, man. Y'all know what on. Let me show y'all. Yeah, king shit, baby. You feel me? Lubin. The title goes, I want Tony Harrison. He's got 24 hours to answer me. All right, brother, I understand, brother, but damn. My bad, boy. Your boy started coughing hard. What up, Ronald Stickley, man? Thank you for the super sticker. Ronald Finkley, you are my second live super chat. You are my second live super chat, bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the support. Big ups to you. Big ups to you for being number 2, man. Big ups to 10 Boxing Fan 423. What's going on? Yeah, that's everybody. I can get everybody a shout out. But let's go to these quotes. Erickson Lubin has heard enough of what Tony Harrison had to say, as well as what he hasn't said. With the top level of the junior middleweight division having become something of a revolving door these days. See, I hate that, man. Don't disrespect the division like that. I know Jake Donovan. I know you a writer and you gotta use persuasive and controversial like words, but I want to say it's a revolving door, but it's the most competitive division in boxing. That's what I would say. It's the most competitive division in boxing from top to bottom. Anybody can beat anybody in that division. And everybody seems to fight everybody in that division. Ain't nobody trying to go sideways or this step or that step. These guys are fighting each other. So with that being said, man, put a little bit more respect on the 154 division. Lubin believes his time has come for a second chance at a lasting impression. The blue chip talent has won 4 straight since a stunning first round knockout at the hands of Jamel Charlo and a October 2017 World Boxing WBC title fight loss he loved to avenge. Yeah, man, I think he should try to avenge that. He got caught slipping. That's all. He got caught with one shot in the first round. It wasn't like he was getting beat up. After a 4th round KO of Atua last June, repositioned the 24-year-old from Orlando, Florida, who now lives and trains in West Palm Beach at the top of the WBC 154-pound ranking. His position was further solidified following a 10-round win over Nathan Gallimore last October. Got to give a shout out to Nathan Gallimore, man. He seemed like he was going to be stopped in that fight, but he showed a lot of dog, and he a solid dude that has beat a champion, that has beat a current champion in my guy named from Puerto Rico, from the Dominican Republic, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The big guy, the big man. Damn, y'all help me out, man. What's the dude's name? Retros for life. What's going on? What's my guy's name from damn, what's my guy's name? I got his face right here in my head. I got his face right here in my head, man. Damn, we interviewed him too. Yeltsin Rosario. Yeah, Rosario. So Nathan Gallimore already got a win over him. The hope was to face the winner of December 2019 rematch between Harrison and Charlo, with the latter claiming an 11-round knockout to regain the title he lost via disputed 12-round decision a year prior. Instead, he's now willing to face the loser from the event in hopes to turn it into a makeshift eliminator. And these quotes are coming from Lubin, and he was on with Ray Flores on PBC Instagram live channel. So big ups to Ray Flores doing that PBC live, you know what I'm saying, and giving us a lot of things to talk about, from Thurman to Spence and now to Lubin. I feel like I'm ready for a title shot, but my team will know best. Instead, if they feel like I need a tune-up fight, or not even a tune-up fight, but a number 1 contender matchup, someone like J-Rock, someone like Tony Harrison, I want Tony Harrison. I'm going to keep saying it. So he wants Tony Harrison. Like, I don't know what Tony said to him or what Tony did to him or whatever. The Detroit native has been on Lubin's mind for quite some time, though more in some recent weeks. With the sport as a whole virtually shut down in the wake of the ongoing pandemic, athletes have been forced to go to do far more talking than fighting these days. Recent interviews conducted by Harrison suggested that Lubin isn't quite on his radar these days, a puzzling comment considering their current placement among the sanctioned bodies ranking. I want Tony Harrison. Rest in peace to his father. I don't want to kick nobody while they're down. So big ups to Lubin, you know what I'm saying, for saying that. Big ups, man. And I just want to reiterate that, man. Rest in peace to Tony Harrison's father, Ali Salam. And we just hope that the Harrison family has or will get better from that loss. I feel like some comment he made on who he wants to fight, they actually mentioned my name. He said something like, a fighter like myself won't get him up. Basically, he won't get up for a fighter like me. It won't be the same hunger. Like, I'm nobody in the division. And honestly, man, I think he's talking about the interview that me and Ness and I think it was me and Ness did with Tony Harrison on the Boxing Voice, man. Because we asked him about the potential of fighting fuck, I just went mind blank. A fighting Lubin. And he was, and that's like what he said, like Lubin's not on his radar right now, but if the fight got made, like he ain't turning nothing down but his collar. You feel me? But yeah, I definitely think that what Lubin is referring to was a quote that we did on the Boxing Voice. What's going on, Stanley Bailey? You heard me. Let me see. He's saying he won't. I watch these interviews and see what they got to say. I just don't like the comments that he made about me wanting to fight the best of the best. It don't get no better than me, especially after coming off a loss to Charlo, him being number 3, and I'm number 1 in the WBC. He's saying he wants the top of the top fights. He wanted to fight Jorge Cota. Man, he is definitely talking about the interview that me and Ness did with Tony Harrison. He to fight Terrell Gausha. I found it a little bit disrespectful. He got 24 hours to answer me. I want to know that was about. We gotta talk, Tony Harrison. You got 24 hours. Let's talk. So we gonna see, man. He didn't put Tony Harrison on notice, and I went to what's going on, RDR Films. I went to Tony Harrison's Twitter and his IG to see if he's made any statement. He has not. So we gonna see how this plays out. But these quotes that he is referring to definitely came from the interview me and Ness did with Tony Harrison back in the day. Because we brought up all those names: Gausha, Cota, Charlo, and Lubin. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see those guys are out there watching. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with it. I fucks with it. Let me see, man. We're gonna open up the excuse me. We're gonna open up the virtual phone line. So if you guys want to be part of the conversation and you guys want to give me your comment, now it ain't gonna be like it was last night when I had you guys on for like 5-10 minutes apiece. It's gonna be a little bit more quicker because I have a engagement at 11 o'clock, as I already said. Let me show you guys one more time. Let me see. Bring that up. Put that right there. I will be on the Fighters Share podcast tonight. I will be on the Fighters Share podcast tonight. Those guys reached out to me via IG. They wanted me on the show. So I will be on this podcast right here tonight. You guys, I'm gonna see if I can put the link in the chat so you guys can get like a good grip of it or what it is. Can I put that in the chat? No, I don't think so. But anyway, I will be on this podcast tonight. And yeah, man, pretty much. Let's see who we got. We got Ron. Ron, what's going on, man? Talk to me.
How you doing, brother? What's up, Mike?
What's going on, big dog? I can't complain, man. Living life, man. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm glad to see you still on the air, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, I like to hear different people's perspective, and you have a lot of boxing knowledge. So I'm glad you started up something that can kind of like give me a different perspective on like what type of fights should happen and what's going on in the sport of boxing, man. I just appreciate that you started up a channel, man.
Nah, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in, man, and like valuing my opinion about things. So that means a lot
Yes,
to
sir.
me, and I thank you for listening. But anything you want to say about the topics that we talked about? Andy Ruiz going with Eddy Reynoso, Dillian Whyte still poking fun at Andy, saying he might be the next Buster Douglas or Lubin and Tony Harrison.
Oh man, Dylan White. Like I didn't see that article about the Eddy Reynoso situation, like him going with Eddy Reynoso. But like that's Canelo's trainer, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, Dylan White, he talked a whole lot, man. Like he tried to deny that whole situation with him and Peds. I don't know how you feel about that, but like he denied that he was on a whole bunch of crap, and I just feel like he just always talk a lot, and he just like reaching as usual. Like he always trying to get in people's heads. So that's what I look at Dylan White like. Until he fights somebody that I kind of feel like he should fight, then I'm gonna just listen to Dylan White and be like, all right, fuck Dylan White.
Yeah, man. Even though Dylan White don't have like the top level wins like a Joshua or Wilder or Fury, he got some solid ass win. Chisora has been solid. Joseph Parker, pretty solid. He's going to fight Povetkin, I think, behind closed doors. So even though he don't have like the upper level wins, he has some solid wins on his resume. And I know he talks a lot of shit, bro. But at the same time, like this is boxing, and it's kind of like what we want. Like we want to see guys talk shit, right?
Oh yeah, no question. But like I don't really hold those wins like at high value. Like like you said, he beat Chisora. Yeah, that might have been his probably best win since he didn't beat AJ.
I
But
mean,
like
Joe Parker is a former world champion, dog.
But Parker is so like non-aggressive to me. Like I don't really see like no dog in Parker. Like I just feel like he's just a
Come on, you
sound
can't you
boxer.
can't say that, man. Parker had Dylan White almost going in the 12th round. If that don't show dog to me, I don't know what dog is. If you've been knocked down in a fight and you're battling back and you have a chance to stop the guy in the 12th round, Dylan White had to hold on to the ropes not to get stopped. That shows a little bit of dog to me. And Parker and his team have been very vocal about that motherfucking rematch. Dave Higgins is out here being very vocal about they want the Dylan White rematch.
Okay, hey, I want to see it then. I want to see it again then.
All right, man. Anything else you want to say before we get on to somebody else?
Nah, Mike, I just wanted to let you know I'm gonna be tuning in because like I said, I like to hear different perspectives from like because you follow a lot of more fighters than me in the UK, but like I appreciate all of y'all guys' content, especially the ones that know and follow everything. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it. But like I said, man, I appreciate you listening. And if you got any questions for me, man, do me a favor. Go to my page and hit my community tab. And it's a post on my community tab of a mailbox. And leave me a question under that post, man. We answer all questions every Friday.
Oh, so it's a community page on YouTube, like on the same channel?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
familiar
sir.
with
Yes,
the
sir.
community page. Oh, most definitely. Thanks for telling me that, Mike.
No problem, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
All right, one.
Peace out.
Peace.
All right, man. Let's see who we got anybody else who wants to get on. Mr. H Money, the shit. Real quick, let me read that super chat coming out from Andre Diacono, who is my third super chat of me being live. So in 2 days, I got 3 super chats, man. I really do appreciate it. H Money, give me 1 second, man. I'm gonna bring you on as soon as I'm able to put the super chat on the screen. Dylan Whyte needs to attend the next WBC convention and start turning over tables. LOL. Hey, you right, man. He might need to go down there and petition like Vasily did for that franchise championship, man. Let him get in good graces with Mauricio Suleiman. Real quick, if you want to be a part of the conversation, I'm putting the link in the chat right now. Only thing you gotta do is hop on. and you can be like H Money and have your camera on, or you can be like my guy who just left Ron and have his camera off, man. I do not care. H Money, this shit. What's going on, big dog?
I'm chilling. How you feeling, Mike?
King, what up, man? King, what up, baby? Nah, I'm fucking with you, man.
Hey, you beat the fuck out of me yesterday.
No, man, it ain't even that, man. You had me worried for a little while. I ain't gonna lie to you, like this nigga H Money pretty good.
Yeah, I started off good, man. I had got a stop on you, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know.
I was with me and Javier, nigga. Last night, nigga, first half, nigga, he 6-6 side up the whole thing. Third quarter, nigga, he scored 24 points on me in third quarter. I said, nigga, it's over.
For sure. When you get back on that, I'm probably need that rematch just to redeem myself.
I got you, man. Look. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna give you enough time to motherfucking get yourself back right. Next week, man. Next Tuesday. What? Today's Tuesday, right?
I think so. Yeah, today's Tuesday.
Next Monday night, man, we'll do a proper what is called a proper promotion for me and you playing each other. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we'll get more viewers. So we're gonna schedule it for next Monday night.
Hell yeah, Mike. Just to touch on the topic real quick, Andy Ruiz hiring Eddy Reynoso. I think that's a great look for him right there. You know what I mean? We seen in the history of boxing, fighters switch trainers consistently. Like Oscar De La Hoya started off with Robert Alcazar, moved on to Emmanuel Stewart, had Floyd Mayweather Sr., Freddie Roach. You know what I mean? And he had more trainers than that. So I'm not gonna criticize Andy Ruiz for switching to possibly one of the best trainers in boxing in Eddy Reynoso, working with Canelo, like you said, Julio Cesar Martinez. He working with Oscar Valdez, and also Ryan Garcia. So I believe he won the Trainer of the Year in 2019. I feel like that's a great hire for Andy Ruiz. You know, Manny Robles is a good trainer. We're not going to take anything away from Manny Robles.
I'm going to pick you out, man. Do me a favor real quick. Leave and come back out. Your audio's kind of going in and out. So just leave and come back. Come right back in.
All right, let me see how I do that.
Now you sound perfect. Now you sound, but yeah, his mic was like, I was like, nigga, is it me? I was looking at this motherfucker like, what am I smoking, nigga? That boy sound like a goddamn RoboCop. Shit. Here we go, man. Come on, H Money. Come on back, big dog. Come on back, big dog. What's up, PC Jacob? What's going on, Grim Reaper? Thank you guys for all the support, man. Like I said, man, if you guys want to give your spiel about what's going on, about the topics, just add this link right here in the chat, man. Add that link, man. Hop on, and we can chop it up, man. You know what I'm saying? H Money should be back at any second, any moment, and we'll get his take real quick. There we go. Jonathan Sims. All right. What's going on, Jonathan? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man? How you living?
I'm good, man. You tell me what's popping with you, bro.
Man, we just out here living life, man, talking boxing, you know what I'm saying? H Money, I got you, man. Let me get done with Jonathan. Then we're going to bring you back on.
H Money's a shit.
H Money's a shit, man. Everybody know that. Everybody know what he's saying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But now, so man, what you think about Andy going with Eddy Reynoso and Lubin giving Tony Harrison nigga 24 hours?
Andy to Reynoso was actually a good move. I think, with your boxing knowledge and what you elaborated on, I, echo all those same things, him being disciplined, not being the top dog in his camp, and just staying focused. I think that's a good move for him. Them being based in California for the convenience.
And they said he will be training at the San Diego at Canelo's gym in San Diego. So I didn't even know Canelo had a gym in San Diego, but that's where they'll be training at.
Right. And with the cook and also just the discipline that Reynoso is going to require. I think that was probably already ironed out in the NDA or the contract agreement that, if he breached those things, he's automatically gone. So I think it's a good look for him, and I think that taking Dillian Whyte on that first fight with a new trainer is probably a smart move. It may look like a duck, but I think it's a smart move. that money gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Because Dillian Whyte ain't about to take too many hard fights. So, you know, I think it's a smart move to get a little tune up and then go into that Dillian Whyte fight. And then, you know what I'm saying? So that's just another payday for Andy. So, you know, I know Dillian wants to fight, but for Andy financially, that's just another thing he can rely on for something financially. So I think it's a good move. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it works.
Let me ask you this though. Do you think with this pandemic going on and the way that it's done cut off a lot of boxing and a lot of money that was supposed to be generated, do you think that Al Haymon can afford to put Andy in the ring against somebody that we all know he's going to beat? Was that?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if we do an event where it's like not a lot of fans, then you know it pigeonholes Andy from asking for a lot of money too. You know what I'm saying? Demanding a lot of money, site fees and stuff like that. And I just think that Dillian fight is something that you get once everything kind of get a little bit back to normal, because Dillian is fighting Andy for the fans too. And if there's no fans in the stadium, he's not gaining a lot from beating Andy other than just beating the Mexicans, because you know Mexicans support Mexicans.
Absolutely.
If he can't steal some of that crowd from him, you know, it just behooves. If I'm Dillian, I kind of sit on that. You know, I might amp it up in the media by talking shit about it, but that's a fight I don't want right away either, because I can gain a lot more once things get back to normal than just getting that victory win. You know what I'm saying? Some victories are just better marinating and getting later than just getting right away. You know what I'm saying? You want to savor that steak. You don't want to just eat it right away.
I'm gonna tell you one thing: this shit damn sure marinating with all this going back and forth on social media. Boy, they drawing a lot of interest, in my opinion, and somebody's putting that fight on. I think
because they ain't got a lot to do right now. You know what I'm saying?
True.
They ain't got a lot to do. So you know, soon as they sneeze, everybody jumping at the bit for it. So you throw a little bit out now.
David Haney say something that motherfuckers been saying for years. They come in and try to kill him.
And here's my thing, Mike. What if he would have said that during the press conference? Would he got the same rebuttal, the same reaction? Because to me, that's a part of boxing. If he would have said during a press conference of him and Lomachenko fighting, like, bro, you don't stand a chance against me. Ain't no white boy beating me. I feel like everybody would have been more like, oh, versus, oh, no, I can't believe this. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me,
because like people understand, like doing a press conference is a lot of, I guess, a lot
animosity.
That's a boxer's mentality. When you're talking about another boxer, that's their mentality, and that's how they're going to be.
Absolutely. And I you know, the whole racial thing aspect behind it, I just think there's give and take with certain statements, because you know, certain things some people can say and certain things other people can't. That's just the way it is. And when it comes to boxing, you know, it's the theater of the art, man. That's just that's how the sport go. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the sport go. Bro.
Let's be real. You can ask David Haney if he gonna lose to a black boy. What he gonna say? Ain't no black boy gonna beat me. Ain't no Mexican boy gonna beat me. Ain't nobody gonna beat me. That's how he feel.
He might even get gangster. I'm like, man, I'm gonna watch that nigga.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
I bet when nobody write a story about that, I bet that motherfucker wouldn't even be a fucking blimp on the goddamn fucking boxing scene. Oh, he said,
you know what I'm saying? It's because he's the European white dude. He's beloved, and you know what I'm saying. He's high heralded, and I like Lomachenko, but I do think it was overblown. But again, it's giving people something to talk about it. Bernard said it, and Bernard had to eat his words. To me, if Lomo would have said it, I would have been like, oh shit, who gonna step up to the plate? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna do something about it?
Eat his words. Kawasaki made Bernard Hopkins eat that shit. Joe Smith Jr. knocked that nigga out the fucking ring.
Out the ring.
Make him eat that shit. Don't sit on here and like, oh, we're offended. Oh, look here, bro. I heard a lot of shit in my day. That ain't even the worst shit I done heard on a Sunday. You feel me?
Absolutely.
That's God.
Absolutely.
Right there.
And you know what I think about? It's like about how some of the NFL players talk about NFL, how you can't say certain things on the field, you can't cuss, you can't dance a certain way, and they call it. But yeah, they call it the no fun league. They call it the no fun league. And what I thought about it,
I done heard something else. But anyway, go ahead.
what the reason why I'm taking it here is there's certain aspect of the game that keep it competitive that even the fans don't see. And when you start to strip that from the game, whether it's football, boxing, you take away that intensity, you take away that aggression, you take away that aspect for it to compete. And then it's more like, it's almost like you playing a white boys game. I hate to say it like that, but it's just super clean cut. As soon as you get the first down, you hand it off and you say, thank you, sir. And you know what I'm saying?
Not a lot of trash talking.
You know what I'm saying? Versus breaking somebody off like, yeah, nigga, you thought you had me. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's just part of the game. And I think if you take it away, it waters it down. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like that about him, but you know, it gives people something to talk about. They ain't got much to do. Idle mind is a terrible thing, and people need something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
People need something. So I think it's a little ludicrous, but what really bothered me is Devin. This to me was an opportunity for Devin to kind of become a villain and really gain some fans, because whether they want to see him win or lose, they're gonna come and watch him fight. And he kind of backtracked. He kind of. Yeah, you don't think so? He ain't ready. Okay,
he's still a young man. He ain't got to the point where all the media and all the scrutiny like done got to him, and he don't give a fuck no more. Like once he get to that point where I don't care no more, I don't give a fuck. That's when he'll start being the villain and things like that. But until he gets there, he's still trying to build his brand, still trying to build his name. That's why he was.
To me, that was an opportunity to kind of go like a bronerish and really start to take off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether you want to see me win, you want to see me lose, you're going to come see me fight. But I feel you. He might not be ready for that. He's still trying to be politically correct. And I thought it was funny. As soon as he retracted the statement, he got that WBC title.
Yeah, he like, man, he kind of remind me of like a modern day like Sugar Ray Leonard, man. He got the smile. He clean cut. He's Absolutely. Just like if you're like creating a young prospect and you came out with Devin Haney, you'll be saying like, damn, man, that's a good job right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a damn good job. So he kind of like has that what's those, I don't know what the fucking word is. That boyish shit that folks love, you know what I'm saying? Like those boyish good looks, and his personality seems pretty cool. And you see him on IG giving back to the homeless and things like that. So he's really trying to make his brand clean cut right now.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this: if you was his dad, would you have wrote that apology?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that's the way my son and his team feel like they should go. Nigga saying I'm sorry, ain't nothing.
It's not.
You ain't even gotta mean it. You feel me? Like he's like you literally ain't gotta mean it. We're just doing it because it's the fucking right thing to do in the PC culture that we live in.
Absolutely.
Most niggas who give apologies out the fucking day after, they don't mean that shit.
But then can he say he is his own boss and he is his own brand then?
If they are pushing, bruh. Just like when brands start, like they all need help starting. That's where he's getting right now. He's getting that help. He's learning how to navigate the media waters and things like that. But to say that he can't be his own, yeah, he absolutely. But
I'm not disagreeing that he couldn't apologize. I'm not disagreeing that he couldn't apologize. I just respect your mind outside of boxing. Just from the educational aspect and the marketing aspect. So I just wanted to see, would you to tread those same waters, or you would have just been like, fuck it, we were our own entity, we gonna do our own thing.
Man, I don't know what kind of deal is gonna come down the line in the future. And if anybody's offended,
money
got offended, I gotta apologize, bro.
Okay.
And I'm the kind of guy that I don't even say the fucking Washington football team name because Native Americans are offended. I don't want white folks saying nigga. So I'm respect the Native Americans how I want the white people to respect me. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So if somebody got offended by me saying white boy, I want to lose to a white boy. Fuck it, man. I come out and apologize.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta
in
do
the
what you
hood,
gotta
man. That's how we talk. That's how we
absolutely
brought up. My bad. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I understand that I'm in a different light now. I'm in a different culture now, and those words aren't necessarily needed to be used in this light. So I do apologize. That's all he got to say. Good.
So then going forward, as Devin Haney's dad, what do you tell him before going into interviews so to prevent this from happening again?
Man, when it's barbershop talk like that, because most interviews ain't gonna be like trill boxing talk. You know what I'm saying? They call Devin laid back, chill. You know what I'm saying? Barbershop conversation. I'm talking to the homie. Most of them ones gonna be with I hate to say it, a Caucasian guy probably with a microphone in your face. And
corporate setting.
When you're black, you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of shell up because you don't want to really give them, you know what I'm saying, too much, you know what I'm saying? Because they can twist and turn any word, so you're gonna be on your P's and Q's. Learn from Mayweather. Until you get to a point where you just don't give a fuck. But man, let me go ahead and get out to H Money because I gotta be on a show in about 20 minutes.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, man.
No problem,
you know
man, Mr. Sims. Thanks
for
coming on. H Money, what's going on, big dog?
Yo, what's up, Mike? What I sound like? I'm good, or I'm still chopping?
You A1 1000.
Okay, for sure, man. You know, I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody in the chat, right quick, man. Fresh BX, Ronald Finkley, my boy Smart Money, of course, Jay Hardcore Boxing, Anthony Jones. You know what I mean? Kieran Betts, my boy, Grim Reaper, the whole squad. Yogi Bear, the Bear. You know what I mean?
What's going on, Snyder G? Everybody out there in the chat, man. Thank y'all for rocking out with Mike on Sports.
Hell yeah, Mike, you got all the originals down here. But what I was saying is I like the hiring of Eddy Reynoso for Andy Ruiz. You know, I think that's a great pickup for Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz, you know, he's a former unified heavyweight champion, the first man to beat Anthony Joshua. Only 2 losses for Andy Ruiz. Never been knocked out before. Never been knocked out. He has a great chin. You know, he just needs to be motivated. That's all it is. You know, once you reach that the top of the game, we seen Riddick Bowe, you know what I mean, become heavyweight champion, and then he start eating a lot, you know, because he lost the dedication for the sport, Mike. He lost that dedication. I feel like Andy Ruiz making this big time hiring of Eddy Reynoso, this should light that fire back on him. This should remotivate him and get him back focused on boxing. You know what I mean? Manny Robles did a great job with him, made him a world champion. But at the same time, you know, Manny Robles, I'm not going to blame him for Andy Ruiz. Eating so much. I'm not going to blame him for Andy Ruiz getting out of shape, but you have to stay on your fighter, man. You have to be there for your fighter. You have to motivate them. You know what I mean? If a fighter's doing something wrong, you got to be right there. Let them know, like, yo, you need to cut that shit out. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about the situation. I feel like Manny Robles, Mike, taught him as much as he could teach him. He taught him, you know, he did what he can for Andy Ruiz. Now it's time for Andy Ruiz to move on to another trainer. And I feel like Eddy Reynoso is doing a great job in the sport of boxing with Canelo Alvarez, working with Ryan Garcia, Julio Cesar Martinez, Oscar Valdez. You just world champions after world champion. Eddy Reynoso won 2019 Trainer of the Year. So I feel like this is a great pickup for Andy Ruiz, and hopefully he can get back on that right path. Just being around Canelo, you being around greatness. You know what I mean? You around greatness. So hopefully it can rub off on Andy Ruiz. And to talk about Tony Harrison.
Real quick, let me ask you one question. Do you think Eddy Reynoso can get Andy Ruiz back to being a world champion?
Yes, it can happen. It can happen, Mike. You know what I mean? I'm not going to doubt Andy Ruiz. What if he gets in that fight with Joshua again? What if he gets a third fight with Joshua? He could possibly beat him again. You know, we seen him beat Joshua before. So it can happen. It can happen. You know what I mean? I'm not going to doubt Andy Ruiz. He has the heart of a champion. And you never know what to expect in the sport of boxing, especially in the heavyweight division. It only takes one punch, Mike. We know that, man. So I think he can do it, man. He got those fast hands. He has tremendous skills. And you know, a great amateur background, Mike. He got a lot of skills, Andy Ruiz. He knows how to fight. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
Yep. And just to talk about Erickson Lubin in a Tony Harrison situation, I gotta get on that. You know, my boy Fresh BX in the chat, he's the one that told me about Erickson Lubin. You know, I was sleeping on Lubin at first, Mike. I gotta be honest. And Fresh BX was like, yo, H, Erickson Lubin might be the most talented fighter at 154. So I start, doing my research on him.
At a point in time, people thought he was the next. People thought he was going to be the guy that was going to take boxing over. What's going on, Eric Cruz? But I think, man, just that first round knockout loss to Charlo, man. People just hold losses in boxing over people to the point where a lot of people like gave up on him, you know what I'm saying? Or like not gave up, but kind of turned the light down on him a little bit. It wasn't as bright as it should have been. Because I think, man, like the kid or the young man is still going to be a tremendous fighter, you know what I'm saying? He just got caught with a shot that he didn't see coming. And in boxing, like you said, they only take one shot sometimes.
Hell yeah, Mike. And he took that fight at, I believe, 21 years old. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He didn't avoid the fight. He wanted the big fights at 21. So he needs respect for that. That's how I feel. At 21 years old, wanted to fight the best. Sure, he took a knockout loss. He can bounce back. You know what I mean? I feel like he's going to be a champion very soon. And he got a lot of skills, Mike. A southpaw, slick fighter with a great jab. He has a long reach. He kind of reminds me of Lara a little bit. He's about 5'10", 5'11", with a long reach. I think his reach is about 73-inch reach in the junior middleweight division. He's a good fighter, man. And like you said, man, the guy, he wants to fight the best. And anybody can take a loss and come back, man. We seen it happen. We seen what happened with Julian Williams. Julian Williams got knocked out by Jamal Charlo. Mm-hmm. Came back and he beat Jarrett Hurd down. So I feel like Lubin, man, the sky is the limit for this kid. And one thing about him, he's not gonna duck anybody. He's a true fighter. I like Lubin. So Lubin versus Harrison, I think that's a good fight. I like Tony Harrison, but one thing about him, he got a lot of skills, but his chin, I got to question his chin. That's the only thing I see.
You got to question Harrison's stamina more so than his chin. I think his stamina lets him down, and that leaves his chin more vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? I think when he gets tired, he just loses all sense of defense, and just because he started to like doing all these dance moves in the ring when he was fighting Charlo. Like, bruh, I know you're tired, you know what I'm saying, but you ain't gotta let the world know you're tired, you know what I'm saying? By doing that kind of shit tells people, like, even though like you're trying to give out the impression that you're comfortable at, and that's why you're doing it. Real fighters know, like real people and real athletes know, like people do that when they tend to get tired and their backs are up against the wall.
Hell yeah, Mike. Harrison, he can fight, man. He got a lot of skills, man. Rest in peace to his father, by the way, who passed away. And I like Tony. He's a warrior. I just think Lubin is too young for him and too fast, too slick. And like Fresh BX said, skills pay the bills, baby. And that's a Floyd Mayweather quote. So I like Lubin. I think Lubin possibly going to be the king of 154 in a little bit. He going to be the king of 154 because Charlo going to end up moving up real quick. Jermell Charlo, he going to be moving up soon. So I think Lubin going to take over the 154-pound division. And, man, pretty much that's what I got to say, man. Shout outs to Mike on Sports. Shout outs to my boy Smart Money in the chat. And Jonathan Sims, who just called in before me, PC Jacob. Everybody, man, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel right now.
Y'all make sure to go out and follow H Money on YouTube. H Money, Mr. The Zone on YouTube. Follow the channel, man. Support the brother. All right, big dog.
For sure, Mike. Holla at me.
No problem, homie. All right, y'all. Well, that is it for tonight's show, man. Like I said, if you guys want to ask me any questions, please head over to my YouTube page and hit the community tab and leave me a question under that mailbox post under the community tab. Also, man, smash the like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend about Mike on Sports. Man, just rock out with your boy, man. Just keep on rocking out with me, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Once we start to get bigger and bigger, we're going to have bigger audiences, you know what I'm saying? Man, more people in the chat, so more dialogue with people in the chat, you know what I'm saying? So you guys just keep on supporting, keep on being here. I'm telling you, man, we had 42 lives tonight. Last night we was at like 20-something. Tonight we had 40-something. Water something. That's the nigga beard, boy. Nigga, my goddamn beard hair getting thick. I damn near got a motherfucking fucking vagina on my face. God damn. Anyway, see, man, we had 42 tonight, and we just gonna keep on getting bigger and bigger, man. Yes, man. I thank you, Ronald Finkley, man. I received the PayPal, bro. Thank you for all this support, bro. I really do appreciate it, man. You guys are really, you know what I'm saying. You guys make me feel happy, man. You know what I'm saying. I really just appreciate you guys listening to me talk for an hour and 15 minutes. And I appreciate everybody who was able to click on the link and get on the show, man, because that means a lot too. That means a lot too, man. You guys giving me dialogue and going back and forth with me and giving out you guys' opinion. That means a lot, man. But y'all know how we do. Smash that like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend about Mike on Sports. Share it. Man, y'all just keep doing what y'all doing, man. The Fans Corner, my boy Liz Low. What up, homie? Y'all follow my guy Liz Low YouTube page and follow my guy on Twitter, The Fans Corner. You know what I'm saying? McTreasure, what's going on? Respect to Anthony Jones. Respect to yeah, man. Yeah, I'm a man, CYP, man. I'm gonna reach out to him, man. I'm gonna reach out to him and see if he want to talk a little boxing. You know what I'm saying? I think CYP is always good for debates, man. But one thing about if you debate CYP, man, you got to come with your shit because he gonna do his research. He gonna make sure that he's goddamn me locked and loaded because he's coming for your head. You know what I'm saying? So fucking with CYP, man, he gonna make you look stupid if you don't do your research. But Kieran Betts, man, thank you for joining the show. LA 12, what's going on? Y'all can look, man. Y'all can say what y'all want to about CYP. He come with his shit, man. Ronald Finkley, thank you for supporting the show. Just a big shout out to everybody out there in the chat, man. If I ain't say your name, I apologize. This has been Michael on Sports. Y'all know what it is. Till next time, we out this bitch. Yes, sir. Drop that beat on him. Oh shit, do I got a beat? What a beat at, Mike? Oh man, this is bad radio.